Hey, Dreamstar. Hey, Slim Thick. You know what? Sometimes chatters, my little chatters up in here, I'll be wanting to chat and don't have I don't feel like doing videos or anything of the sort. So I figured this is the best option to just go live when you don't feel like recording or doing none of that crazy. Nisi Poo, how are you? What's up, Slim Thick? Hey, it's all about God. Child, I cannot. You hear me? You hear me? I hope everybody is doing something outside of social media, and I can't express that enough, y'all. Hey, Joy, I really like this. I hope people have things going on outside of social media, honey. It's the disconnect for me. It is the disconnect for me. What's up, Joy? I don't know if I said it. I think I told you my short-term memory, child. Hey, Vanessa, how's everybody doing this morning? What y'all eat? I made me a little beef sausage and some scrambled eggs and put that on some potato bread real quick and bit right up into that with my coffee. In fact, I think I need a second cup. Don't do me. Good morning, dreamy girl. Hey, Vanessa. Child. I hope everybody got something going on outside of social media. It is real out here. Mental health. Honey, honey, honey. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I cannot. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Good morning, Miss Nanette. Good morning. Happy Friday. We made it this week, y'all. I thought yesterday was Friday until my daughter had to get me all the way together. All the way. Absolutely all the way. I just wanted to have a quick chat. I was telling in the beginning when I first came in, sometimes when I want to chat, I don't feel like doing a video. And I'm really concerned about how people are using social media irresponsibly. Irresponsibly. Oh, Dreamstar. Now I'm a bread girl, so I love some. See, you know how to get me sidetracked once I get start talking about food. I love a good toast. I love a good butter. Like that makes me very happy. Very happy. A good breadery, honey, and dip that in some soft with butter or something. Whether it's Italian bread or sourdough or something, girl, give me a nice warm bread and some butter, and I am happier than a pig in slop. Jay, you ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. I just be sitting back. Yeah. Thank you, Vanessa. And that's what I was like. I hope everybody has an outlet outside of social media because I am encountering that a lot of people do not, you know. I tend to speak less. I'm kind of like a sponge. A sponge, like a sponge. People come to me with things, and then part of me be feeling bad, and then a part of me don't because I'm saying, honey, don't do me, upper. Hey, Candy. Yes, it's the bread for me. A little breadery and dip that in like some little butter sauce or something. Child, I get to pitter patting these feet. Mm. See, now stop. Don't get me sidetracked. Because before you know it, I'm gonna have a piece of coffee and some damn bread and toast. Thanks, Jay. I be forgetting to tell people to do that, but I didn't feel like making a video. But I'm so concerned with social media and the way that it is turning out and things that I see. Y'all, and I'm not saying this to be mean or shady. It just comes off that way because of my tone. There are some people that are cuckoo. You hear me? You hear me? Cuckoo. I'm so serious. And I don't want to blame social media because we are all responsible for what we intake and we're responsible for our outtake. But if your only outlet is social media, honey, something is wrong. I'm gonna need you to go outside. I'm gonna need you to sit in front of a lake, put your toes in the water. I don't know if you got to book a hotel room, change the scenery. I've done that before. Like if you get irritated at home or your space is cluttered, get you a little room for the night. But honey, it's given one flew over the cuckoo's nest for a lot of reasons. Good morning, Jimmy Jim. Good morning. And I really think, good morning, Miss Simone. I really think that the issue, especially with the saga and everything that we've witnessed, y'all, I'm starting to believe that outside of social media, a lot of people aren't expanding their horizons and they are using this to kind of consume them and it takes over, kind of like a cancer or a virus. You know what I'm saying? like negativity and how energy spreads. Like if this is all you intake, honey, you are a walking disaster. Hey, Christmas. I love that name. You know what's so crazy? I almost named my daughter something along those lines because you know me, I'm a little different, y'all. But it's just I'm so things like that scare me. Like it scare me when you have a conversation with people and there's like this disconnect or there's no lack of accountability, like that literally scares me because I wonder how are you this disconnected from reality? See, Jay, you talking about that damn bread again. Y'all gonna get my ass up eating some bread. It's a disconnect, y'all, and I am concerned. I am literally concerned, honey. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's giving cuckoo. It's giving help. It's giving where are your friends? It's giving all of that. People just turn on the camera and hold these conversations and just not even responsible for what they're saying. Yes, Dream Star. Yes, you have to. I'm careful with my words, and I understand sometimes when I throw shade, that's I'm putting negativity out in the universe. So I'm not about to sit on my pedestal and act like I'm perfect. However, even spite that, it's the ones that, just continuously spit venom with no intent to have any resolve. That is of concern to me. That says, mentally, are you okay? Do you need a hug? You know what I'm saying? That's what gets me. That's what completely gets me because it shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? All money ain't good money, I guess, but I'm just a little concerned with the behavior that I see in the disconnect and the lengths that people will go for likes or views or commentary without doing their due diligence and realizing, am I being responsible right now? Is this responsible? Can someone be hurt by my words or actions? Can this bring trauma to someone? And if you don't think of any of that, then honey, get help fast or sit down. You hear me? Girl, sit down. Y'all seen Good morning, Miss Ray. Y'all seen RH Live with Miss Season because they was saying she looked old and like a grandma. I can't, Jay. You know what I'm saying? I try to tune out, like I have my little internal tuning where like I just don't even want to hear certain things. Hey, rock out. Um, yes. Yes. Yes, beautiful. That part. How do you in one sentence I'll be trying to be nice and shut up, y'all. I really do, but I promise you, like, we all have our different beliefs. I'll say this, I'm going to try to keep it cute, whether it's Christianity, whether it's Islamically, whether it's Baptist, whatever the case may be. But if you're going to use the opportunity to speak of religion in any shape, form, or fashion, please be mindful of what you say before you bring the Most High into it and after. I can't say to someone responsibly, kiss my ass in the name of, you know what I'm saying? So be responsible of what you say prior to speaking of the Most High and speaking after, because if not, you are simply just reciting jargon. Look it up. Stop playing. Yes. And depending on what you believe, you know what I'm saying? They say that Lucifer controlled the music. So, you know, it is what it is, but this is getting very, very dangerous with the disconnect in the mental state of people and how people literally are oblivious to their actions. Oblivious. And it's not healthy. Right, beautiful. That's like I can't that's like saying I can't. You have to be very careful of what you say prior to you speak of him and after, because if not, you gonna have to explain that when you in line. That don't got nothing to do with me. Okay? What you serve and who you worship and all that, you take that up with him, but don't put I know somewhere the Most High be sitting here saying, "Now, why am I in it? Why am I in this speech?" You know what I mean? Mm-mm. It's getting a little concerning, the behaviors and the disconnect of some. I can't do it, y'all. I promise you. I can't. Because it comes to a point where you need to physically either touch somebody or be in their presence. And if you can't do that and if it disrupts your spirit, then leave it alone. Don't watch it. If you feel a way looking at it, it's for a reason because you can energy and evil and that stuff comes out when you look and watch certain people and entities and they're talking and you're saying, "Ooh, this feels wrong." It's because it is disrupting your energy and your spirit and you don't need it. Child, get somebody else to do it. I'm not playing with these people. It's a disconnect. And it's sad because you would think that this certain behaviors, I can't even say 20s because I know some extremely mature 20-year-olds, but when you think of things that have been done and said and look at the age group and the demographics, it's very, very sad to think that, people in certain ages are behaving in a certain way. It makes no sense to me at all. Jamie, rise and shine, chatty and chat. I totally agree with you. Currently sitting on a swing on my back porch, viewing the lake with my laptop and coffee, working on my book. So much. Jamie, you said a mouthful, honey. You said a mouthful, and it took me back to visiting an aunt in North Carolina. And she had this swing, and she would make this homemade lemonade, and life was just so simple. And no one is stepping outside. Sometimes you just have to put it down, like put it down. And I feel like if a lot of people did that, the situation would be so much better. If you just put it down, just put it down. We all have an outlet, and I told y'all I share. In fact, I can't wait. October 1st to my members. I'm sorry I didn't give y'all a date. That's where we'll start having these private conversations. I'll take you to my beginning and you know, things that I experienced and where I just started seeking more out of life, quitting my 9 to 5 and finding my purpose and my role in life because we all have a role. There's people are mentors, certain people are teachers. I learned the hard way that I'm a vessel, but again, members will talk about all that stuff October 1st when I do a private conversation. But I said all that to say, y'all, my chatters, gosh, people need to step outside of this and just put it down. Hey, Miss Lakeisha, I'm doing okay, babe. I really am. And I mean that truly. If I wasn't, I would say it, but I thought about it before I answered, and I'm doing okay. I really am. Went outside for a little bit today. I sat in my backyard this morning after I took baby girl to school. I wrote in my journal because I know how I am about my journals and my pens. I have to. And just took a minute and then of course hopped on social media and it's so alarming to me. It just I miss simpler times. I really do. I miss the simpler times. I miss, the 90s when we didn't engage in a lot of this and just kind of, you know, listen to music, boot camp click, helter skelter, the old school, the real music. Then of course, you got the blue magic and stylistics and all that there, but these are dangerous times and the behaviors of others. I love you so much, Lakeisha. I hope you're doing well. I do. The behavior of women chatters. I'm speaking directly, but indirectly, but my chatters, you know me enough. Certain people I don't mention their names because it's no point, but you know what I'm talking about. But these women, it's when we have children, we learn along the way. We don't understand everything when we first bring our offspring home. But, as you age and as you get to learn your child and your motherhood and step into your motherhood, keyword step into your motherhood, you learn that you are responsible. You're responsible for them. You're responsible for their day. You're responsible for their joy. So when I see mothers doing certain things, it scares me. Hey, Carolina. Look the book. Don't. I want you to be yourself. You did not you did not act up. And I have mad respect for you. And I respect you for being who you were in that moment. Don't worry about it, baby. Yes, beautiful. We do. We have to. We have to. And we can say it time and time again, but we don't. And it's sad. Like before with with having conversations of the story and everything that's going on. It was fun, but now I just when you look at things in its entirety, you see the different disorders, you see the disconnect, you see the problem within our culture, you see the links people would go, you see the mental health issues, and this is really a part of a really big, deep discussion that I think we're missing. This is way deeper than twerking and twirling. It's way deeper than that, y'all. I assure you, it's way deeper. Hey, K Brown, it's way deeper than that. And it's sad when you think about it. It's sad. I don't like to have empathy at times. I don't. I struggle with that. But, when people behave in certain ways, you know that it's a deeper problem. You know what I'm saying? For those that are intuitive or, you explore, you know that you can't be happy doing the things that you do. You know that you're not happy if someone brings misery to others. You know this. You know what I'm saying? So it's that little part of you that has like a little empathy and you hate it. But, I struggled with that, still struggle with that. But, who am I? I'm just a woman, child. Just a woman that have lived. Just a woman. Now, I want to hear something that some of you guys are doing. I can't wait to get more into these types of conversations because we need it. And I want to apologize to y'all. Sometimes if I bring negativity into your timelines, I apologize in advance because we all need a little bit of cleansing and some saging throughout. So I want to make sure that I do my part and be socially responsible and make sure that I can, cleanse and fill your cup and not just pour, gossip and negativity and stuff in it as well. So I'll do better. I'm not perfect. That part, metal, you said you said a word. You said a word. I used to fight that too, where it's like, how are you judging me for what you said or your actions? You know what I'm saying? I used to struggle with that. I used to struggle, but that's their issue. That is their issue. Comes a point in time where it's just, you walk and be who you are, and that's just that. But I don't like it either. Don't judge me for basing my opinion or my observation of you based on what you've shown me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Don't do me. Don't do me. Please don't. Mm-mm. You are not that late. It's so unplanned. I promise you, it's not going to be long. I didn't want to do a video. I just had some things on my mind. I wrote some things down and I said, you know what? Let me be socially responsible and say something that's just not, the crazy, the insults, the ugh. This is too much. There's this one woman in particular that I'm struggling with having empathy for, but watching the behavior is of concern. I don't know. You ever wonder if people who they have in their lives that would make them act the way that they do? Because I have people that will grab my coattail, child. And I don't think everyone has that. I'm learning. We never stop learning. I don't care if you're 50, 60, 70, you can learn something, but I'm learning that people don't have people in their lives that will grab their coattail and say, "Hey, honey, what you doing now?" Mm-mm-mm. Good morning, Miss Christie. Good morning. How are you? The chatter's got bread on my mind, so I'm gonna make me a little cup of coffee. I switched to decaf, so I think that's why I might be a little cranky. I don't know why I did that. Trying something new, child. I mean, as long as I have my hazelnut creamer, I'm okay. But the decaf, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. I'm bothered by that. I am. Yes, they are very valuable, even if you hate it, even if you hate it. Those people are very valuable to us. The ones that will say, "Girl, you are tripping, you are wrong." Oh, beautiful, thank you. You know I'm sensitive. Granted, I'll flip a table in a minute, child, when I get to Geminiing, but stuff like that makes me cry. That was a beautiful thing to say. I appreciate you, Queen. Truly, I do. I'm not perfect, but I thank you for seeing the good in me. I do. I've been writing my other book. I did a children's book. I think I told y'all. I can't wait. Keep in mind, October 1st, y'all. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you some stuff. My lives, you might either be at the shop or, my wellness center or the backyard or something, but we're gonna get up close and personal. But I wrote a book on for children dealing with like when parents split or things of that nature years ago and illustrated. And it was like one of the hardest things I had to do. But this one is a little bit more vulnerable that I've been working on for about 3 years. So I'll get to it and publishing and putting it all up on Amazon. I do things myself. I don't really let others do things for me. That's something I'm working on too. I don't take help. Good morning, Anissa or Anissa. I think it's Anissa. Yeah, I think it's Anissa. Correct me. Keep me honest, chatters. Don't come up in here with no mess. That was the quickest block, literally. As soon as I just put my hand on the phone, probably nobody even got a chance to see that. Don't start no mess. It's too early now. 'Cause don't get me knucking. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Miss Asana. How you doing? Hey, baby. Just shooting it with everybody. I hope everybody is having an outlet. That's my main concern. I hope everybody has an outlet because I'm learning that people don't. And that's really scary to me, y'all. That's scary to me that people don't have outlets. We need that. Whether it's art, whether it's crafting, whether it's painting, whether it's writing, whatever, you have to have an outlet. Don't just go to work, go home and watch social media. Like find your outlet because some of these people are so damaged and this is why they bring nothing but misery and pain to others. They're damaged. You can sit here and say I'm this, I'm happy, I'm this, but honey, mm-mm, damaged. That part, Miss Christie. That part. Mm-mm. It scares me, y'all. Mm-mm. I don't like the behaviors I see. People can look you straight in the eye, child, and say something just so god awful and be so sincere. Mm, it's wicked. It's given spooky. It's given Halloween time. It's given, do you even believe what you're saying yourself? Child, outlet and fast. Find outlets and fast. That part, Dream Star. Because when you realize that you're damaged, the last thing you're going to be is on social media. I promise you, if you've ever, whether it's a deep awakening of the soul or if you've had certain spiritual moments, it breaks you down to your kneecaps. You hear me? It's a humbling, it's a terrifying experience, but coming out of it and going through it, it's amazing and beautiful. I called it a beautiful nightmare when I was journaling, when I went through, my when my trauma started and how I kind of had to get out of that. But mm-mm, no one can look me in the eye and tell me that you were fine and you were healed. And I believe it if you are not, because you can feel it, you can see it. Mm-mm. Have you ever been told that you have a contagious laugh, Chatty? My sister, my remaining sister, I told you my one sister was unalived on Christmas Eve by an abusive jackass. Whatever, YouTube don't monetize it. I'm fine with cussing every now and then. But yeah, but with my sister, she tells me that all the time because it's so hard to make her laugh. But she ends up cracking up when I get to going. Cause like when I with something really funny, I can't stop. Child, I get to snorting and carrying on, and if I'm by you, like, I'm gonna touch, like, my hands go it's a whole thing. Look like a straight fool, but that's alright. Thanks, Carolina. That was my baby. Some of these men are crazy. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. No, actually, it's not Christy. Just make I did that too until like I had to get grabbed by my coattail because I realized it was a year, you know, before I saw like certain people. And they were like, "Girl, stop it." But yeah, I kind of go with it, and I be alone too when I'm going through something. And sometimes you can end up shutting people out. I'm only saying that, not saying that you did it. I'm saying that that's what I did, and I had to be reminded otherwise. You know what I'm saying? I like the ones that like to talk when it's not drama. My tribe, child. That part. A lot of people like to be alone when they're going through something. Oh, what's this starting? Oh, I forgot. I'm doing a thing of Jeffrey Dahmer. I got to do my little special of that. It's crazy how that man was damn put on a pedestal. People dress up as him as Halloween and everything. I promise you, if it wasn't minority men that he was unalive, the response would be totally different. That's always bothered me. But anyway, I just hope that we're all being responsible socially, watching what we intake, watching what we outtake, being mindful of what we say, and realizing that you might need some help. You know, this is to one person. I think you might need some help, sis. Just saying. I really do. I think you might need some help. So hopefully you got some people to help you because it's given I need help. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry, y'all. I was reading a message. Forgive me. I think I like the morning time. Just saying. It's very peaceful, relaxing. Y'all at work? And I need to hear some of y'all outlets too, or other things that you got going on. I would like to share that too. I don't want you to just, listen to me. If you have a project or something, please make sure to share that. It's the least I can do. Right, Carolina. Jim, when did you get in here? Was you here earlier? Y'all know my short term. Did I say hey earlier? You're at home getting ready for work, listening to you. I feel special. Aw, Carolina. Jimmy Jim, you're such a joy. Hold on, child. Let me check this message. Why do people do not disturb features? Use them. Just saying. You're at the gym? Yes, girl, get it in. Okay, metal, cousin. You've made podcast episodes, music, poetry, art. Because I was hurting and my words, actions were hurting people. Back then, I didn't know how to articulate myself as well. Look at you. Even the fact that you can say that you were hurting and your actions were hurting people, I am so proud of you. So, so proud of you. Love that. Okay, I spoke to you when I started the live. Okay, my bad, Jim. Taking the son to the dentist appointment. All right. Lux, you at work, you sneaking. I love it. It's the music, poetry, and art for me. That's like, ooh, I went to this exhibit in Detroit. They had a slave ship replica where you walk in, y'all, that energy in there. I cried. They even had like, the way that they were positioned in the ships. Oh, that was such an experience. I got chills just thinking about it. I took my daughter as well, and what's so crazy is my little empath, and she sees things, and I'll talk to her through her gift because it's in my family. But when we were getting ready to walk in the slave ship, she says, "Mom, I don't want to go in here. This feels weird." I said, "Oh, my little baby doesn't even know." Fuck. I love you more, even though you sounded like a billy goat when you were singing that song. Just kidding, sis. I love you. I'll talk to you later. You know how I do with the school pickup time. My daughter loves her some chatty, and I love your daughter. I love the kids. I am literally that auntie. I will pull up to the cookout and take the kids somewhere, especially if it's a festival or a carnival or something going on. We'll be back. I promise you. I like children way more than adults or animals way more than humans. Just saying, y'all. You work for home. So do I. You do billing. That's peaceful. Shout out to my fellow work from home peoples. My laptop crews. Yeah, Lux. I'm definitely that auntie. Just saying. And the ones that they tell things that I don't want to know. Like, why are you telling me this? Child, you know how many times my nieces and nephews done got me in trouble? Now, why am I in it? But speaking of outlets, our kids need those too. Aunties and uncles help shape the world, child. They really do. These social media streets. Oh, peace, Shakima. Peace, peace. How you doing, love bug? Right. I hate it too, Lux. Get me in trouble. Coming here telling me all this stuff. I didn't ask this. Now you put me in a position where it's like, do I need to tell them this? Even from their first, encounters, like tell your mom. Don't tell me. I love you, sis. I ain't mean to do you. You sound great. You can sing. Hey, Kimberly. Exactly, Lux. They will put you in it in a minute. Kids know what they be doing. Don't let them fool you. They really do. I promise you. Child. So I'll save that for another day because it's morning time. But I'll say this, my chatters. Choosing. Hey, Pooh Bear. Please, moving forward, like, look at this situation as far as the saga is concerned in its entirety, but try to look at it through a different lens. Don't look at it just for the funny insults going back to the day, going back and forth, because it has been some funny ones, but try to look at it from a different lens. Look at it from a mental health lens or look at it from a culture lens and things that I promise you, you might feel a different way about it. Just time to adjust the lenses, because this is a part of a real, real deep conversation. 29 nieces and nephews. Child, I thought I had a lot. I know they keep you busy. Christy, I don't even want to talk about some of the things my nephews come. I don't even want to talk about what my brothers. Oh, the men in our lives, ladies, the men in our lives. Ugh, I promise you. It's when my phone stay dead. It's always something. What's this? What's that? Why I feel this way? I love her. She did this. She did that. I'm surprised my knees don't have black spots from all the times I had to rustle and tussle with crazy women in their lives. You know what, Carolina? I think it might be on the ones and twos tonight because that's how I'm feeling. I want to take it back. I need a little bit of blue magic in my life and then some India Ari. If y'all haven't heard Nature, that is my favorite song. I would say that's in my top five. Stevie Wonder, Rocket Love is also in my top five, but India Ari Nature, just the way that she start, child. In fact, I need to just have that in the background because child, get you that India Ari Nature and just sit. Or you know how sometimes I'm one of those people, I might not even have anywhere to go. Child, just get in your car, put on your little shades if you need a little ride. I've done that too, just to kind of, Sometimes all you need is a nice drive, especially if it's a nice evening where like it's almost, sunset and just, man, put on a good track. You will listen. That's women mess. Hey, Spicy. You done worked hard all week and want to get your party on. All right, well, we'll turn up then. We'll turn up. I'm gonna take it back to the 90s though, because that's my era. How Blue Magic Blue Magic doesn't always have you in your feelings now. Once you have a glass of wine, I promise you it won't. But that India Ari nature, that gets me. Stop. Yes. All right. I need my own interlude music. My big baby brother is still picking the wrong women, and they're complete opposite of our mom. Metal, trust me, preaching to the choir. I don't even want to start talking about some of the women my brother attempted to date. And I say attempted because I intervened. We're not doing this. I'm going to need you to get on up. Go ahead. Get on up. I'm old school. How you going to come to somebody's house? My brother had this one little girl that he invited. My sister was having a cookout. She came in, y'all, like somewhat spoke, went downstairs on the couch and put her feet, like she took her little flip flops off and was sitting there with her feet on the couch. Girl, child, it was about four aunties on her tail. Oh, thanks, Christy. You don't do that. What you putting your feet on this couch for? Some of these young girls don't have no home training, and I don't know if it's because the lack of older women in their lives or aunties or, whatever happened to couth. Sit there like a lady and cross your damn legs. Don't put your bare foot on somebody's couch and you don't even know this family yet. Child, when I say that she ended up getting tossed by the end of the night, but that's another conversation. Mm-mm. I gave her a pass. I just gave that look, that shady auntie look you give, where it's like somebody better get her. Like I gave him that look, you better get her, you know. But as the night went on, child, she ended up she was tossed up at the backyard, child. Just good and tossed, good and tossed. Can't hold your liquor and you start talking crazy, then you get what you get. If the backyard could talk, I'm glad we don't got no cameras. Hey, Dee Dee, how you doing, Puddin' Pop? I hope your morning or afternoon, depending on your time zone, is going okay. Hope you did something outside of social media. Hope we felt a little bit, chatters, and just do something. Even if you just sit on the porch or you know what I mean, something, something. I'm learning people don't have outlets. Mm, mm, mm. See, I done zoned out. See, it's that India, y'all. Get you some India Irene nature in your life. Hey, Sassy. How you doing, beautiful? How's your morning or afternoon? Did you eat today? Did you have a snack, some fruit, some coffee, some tea, something? Sometimes we'll get to eat, wake up and just get to going. Make sure you put something in you. Yes, Indy. Yes. I saw her perform. She wasn't even supposed to be there. She was filling in for, I forgot who was supposed to perform, but India Ari ended up stepping in Detroit. They do these concerts in the water out on the water out there. And order it's like a and it was so beautiful to see. They have a minority boat club and all the boat owners, the women and the men, they pull up on the docks. Oh, it's so beautiful to see my people in that light. But nonetheless, India wasn't supposed to be there, but she was filling in for somebody. And when I say she tore it down, finally catching your live, you know me, I'm sporadic, Miss Sassy. Now you see me, now you don't. The live might be up, it might not be afterwards, but if you catch it while it's here, good for you. Catch a vibe, you know? Oh my goodness, TG, that is horrible. Sometimes it can be our family jealous of our success, but the fact to threaten you. But I'm glad you made the necessary steps and got rid of them. You know what I mean? It's an ugly truth, but sometimes it can be people that we are related to that don't want to see us succeed or want to just keep us in the same place. Or sometimes people want to see us doing good, baby, just as long as it's not better than them. We do it to ourselves. There's so many other cultures that, let the kids reside in the home until they're able to, purchase a home, whether they're 25 or 30. But I would say our culture, we get rid of our offspring way too young and just push everybody out there and just, it's crazy. I don't know. I was about to go to another conversation, but I'll pause. Yes, Yakima. I love Indy. Hey, Miss Marisha. I be trying to catch you, but a sister be tired. Lux, I be tired. I'm the one, the girl that be falling asleep. Don't do me. Oh, prayers up for the doggy. You know I'm a fur mom. My baby is right here. I hope the eye drops work. I hate seeing my dogs like that. When he got stung by a bee before and got all swole up, I didn't like seeing that. So I know how you feel. I know how you feel, baby. Ooh, no, you didn't. This lady made an 8 o'clock appointment with me. Good morning, sister. Peace, Kevin. This lady made an 8 o'clock appointment with me, y'all. Oh, Carolina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll be fighting for my life. This lady made a 9 o'clock appointment, no, 8 o'clock appointment with me and just said that she was ready now. And I promise you, I always look at things differently. Why are we just not, oof, between being socially irresponsible, not respectful of other people's time and effort? It's just, this week has been a lot for me, y'all. It has been a lot with taking in all these different energies and seeing things that just, I don't know. It's just been a lot. It is a lot. Hey, Rainbow. Hey, choosing. My best friend is doing okay, and that's all I can say. One of my best friends. My best friends are males. Um, Son looks like he will recover, but keep in mind he's still not necessarily fully recovered. The infant, his grandson, his son's son, they are beginning to make funeral arrangements, and he told his son yesterday that his son, I know that sounds confusing, did not survive the crash, but he went out of consciousness again. But he's already handcuffed to the bed, and just have to see what happens. But it is what it is. Thanks for asking. Have a great day, Carolina. Thank you so much. Yeah, be careful of those mushrooms, especially the ones that are in the backyard. Not all of those are good for either consumption or something. But yeah, Christy, that's a lot. And that's why I take things into other consideration too. It's that empathy that I struggle with, y'all. I promise you. I want to hate certain people so bad. I really do. But it's so hard when you begin to, like I said, when you look at it through a different lens. Hey, Sid. Good morning, Stephanie. Looking at it through a different lens, it makes you see things differently. No one that's happy behaves or conducts themselves in a certain way. No one that's happy in life or in their relationship does certain things or says certain things. I'm just beginning to look at the situation differently, and I'm mad that I have this empathy. It's bothering me. It really is. I'm going to have to meditate on it and figure out why, but I'm starting to have empathy for wicked people and I don't like it. But there's no way that you can be wicked and be happy. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm tripping, chatters. Don't judge me. Love you, my Retta. I'll talk to you in the child pickup line. You know my time. Just saying. Mm-mm. Baby. India Ari Nature, if y'all haven't heard it. Promise you. Listen to that with your little tea or your little coffee and kind of just figure it out. Thanks, Lux. I knew my fellow Gemini would get me. It's the love and grace they don't really deserve. I'm struggling. I'm struggling, Miss Meadow. I'm struggling with that because we all are somewhat deserving of love, right? Or I'm struggling. I'm gonna have to journal a lot this weekend. Kevin, I know exactly what you mean. Oh, see, I know you feel it, bro. I'm struggling, y'all. I tend to care about people I don't know. I understand you, Chatty. You have a beautiful soul. Thank you so much, Brittany. Thank you for seeing that, you know? But it's something you struggle with it, you know? You struggle with it. I think we all do. We probably just don't talk about it. The behavior of the wicked comes from their inner turmoil. Exactly. Exactly, Kevin. That's why I struggle with it because you're saying, no one that can behave this way or do certain things or criticize people in a certain way or degrade women or degrade older women or talk of their riches. Like no one that does these things, all of these, even if they hurt us, y'all, you can't be happy. And I struggle with that, even with people that have done me wrong in like my personal life. I struggle with that myself. Truly, I do because I'm finding myself like, why do I have empathy for this person that hurt me? But then I'm saying, like, why there's no way that you can do something so wrong, so malicious, and you're well, because you have to be completely unwell to do certain things to others. It's just, I don't know. Just looking at it through a different lens, y'all. Looking at it through a different lens. Hey, Britt. Hey, Dee. I'm feeling good, I assure you. I assure you I'm feeling good. And I mean that genuinely, I do, because I even sat outside this morning and cut my phone off and thought about it. So I say that with confidence. How are you feeling? And then y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Because I see certain posts, you guys, that people do with certain lives that people do. And I have to stop myself so much because I know it's not going to be receptive. But have to stop myself because I be wanting to ask so bad, "Are you okay?" And I mean it though. You know what I mean? Hey, open book. Hey, Montez. Like I genuinely mean it because listening to you or seeing this post is of concern. And I genuinely like, are you okay? You know what I mean? Tell me I'm not crazy, Chattis. I mean, I know I'm a little touched. We all are if provoked, but somebody tell me I'm not crazy for doing that. R&B, have a better day, baby. Is anyone cooking tonight? I'm sure Lupac is. You know what? Fridays I don't. I let my daughter decide what she wants to do. Like Friday is fun day. So either, we go out or, pick up something or snack. Last Friday, I was at the for she wanted to make a tent. We like pitched a tent. I got like a pop-up tent and we did it in the living room and we slept in the tent. It's so cute. You got to do things other than that. Hey, Sage. Thank you, choosing. Okay, somebody was letting me know I'm not crazy because I was hoping somebody was going to answer me, y'all, because I was struggling with that. Kevin, you are blessed when you can't seem to harbor hate. In order to hate, your mental state has to be negative. Count it as a blessing. Thanks, Kev. I think I actually needed to hear that. I really did. Yeah. Thanks, y'all. I literally have to stop myself so bad, be wanting to say, "Are you okay?" But when people aren't okay, the reception is gonna be, "Oh, what this bitch mean? Is she okay? Are you okay? You ugly," and then you gotta pop off, So it's no point. But I genuinely want to know, are you okay, sis? Are you okay? Because you can't be. You can't be. Because what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm witnessing, you can't be okay. Just saying. It's weird. It's a weird feeling when you struggle with that. Wanting to know if somebody is okay that's brought so much evil or done so much evil even to you. I had a friend, if I couldn't even that's gonna be in our private lives, y'all, because we gonna get a little deep. But I assure you, with this friend hurt me. Mm, where I just it's one of those things. If you ever heard the saying "E two brute," E two brute, E two brute from my Shakespeareans, you know, because it came at such a time in my life. Because I always like the timing is everything. Like when certain things happen, people say like, "Why does this keep happening?" Or like, why does all of these things keep happening at the same time? And I couldn't understand it then. And that's the only thing I could think of in that moment when that friend betrayed me and hurt me so bad. It was just like, E2 Brute, because I'm saying you too, of what I'm going through like right now. But I needed all of that to happen. So oftentimes when we just keep getting hit, chatters and hit left and right, it's all for a reason, you know? Sometimes we literally have to have things taken away from us to appreciate the little things. Because I was selfish years ago. I was extremely selfish before motherhood, before um, losing one of the closest people to me, Never forget Christmas Eve, doesn't hit the same for me. You know what I'm saying? Christmas Eve is the time where you get those calls from family and it's happy, but I always associate Christmas Eve with the time that I got that call that this wicked man took my sister's life. You know what I'm saying? So when you have like these series of events happen to you, it alters you and it changes you. And as a result, I was just a horrible person. And it took so much trauma and so much evil in order to allow me to see the good. And that's why I said I feel like the situation is a part of a much deeper discussion because I feel like when people behave certain ways and do certain things, it has to be from years of unresolved trauma and unresolved pain. Some people even like some people with grief, some people associate grief with anger, and people are angry if they've lost someone close to them, and that can now go into your relationships and your friendships. But meanwhile, if you've never addressed that grief, then this is why you're angry. So it's just, I don't know, y'all, I just feel like this whole conversation is just way deeper than what we've touched on. I think it's on what we've done is just the tip of the iceberg or surface level, but it's way deeper than what we can imagine. The hurt that we put on our own people, the hurt that we put on men, and then you get into a situation into where it's, is it would this be would this man receive this type of behavior if he was a biracial man, or if he looked differently, or so I don't know. I'm just looking at it through a different lens, and it's a way deeper conversation, and I think we've only scratched the surface. Just my opinion. Hey, Miss Tonya, just saying, you guys. I cheated on that test in school. Now I need to probably go back and read it. Shakespeare is a whole nother vibe. I'm a nerd. I still read Shakespeare. I read I read one this my for every month I read one minority book because I like to support. I read one book from like another culture or whatever the case may be, and then I work on my own. Um right now I've been working on It's Okay to Not Be Okay from a woman's perspective. I've been working on that for almost 3 years now. I think I'm almost done, but you know. Right, Christy. 79, hit the like button. Oh, I'm so glad it was even one at this time and unexpected, and it wasn't about, drama, so to say, So for those who rock with me, I really appreciate it. I truly mean that. I do. Yeah, Christy, it can make you feel like you crazy. When you see things and people don't understand where you see things and it's just like they try to explain it to you differently and you're like, "No, that's not you don't see that that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So here you are explaining it and you're saying like, "Wait, no, you don't no, this shit crazy." You're trying to convince them, but then it has you feeling crazy that I even have to convince somebody that is crazy and you trying to convince me otherwise. Now I feel crazy. My Jared, I don't know. Blame it on the universe or blame it in the crystals in my pocketbook because you know that's where I keep them. Don't do me, Jared. I just felt like hopping on. It wasn't planned or anything, but I was just looking at certain behavior on social media and I just felt like chatting, y'all. Don't judge me. I just felt like chatting. I changed the name twice and the title came in a dream. Yeah, you'll play with that title a lot. Yo, what's up, Jen? Not the yo. Sometimes you just get to chatting. And today was one of those days. Just saying. Hold on, y'all. I promised myself. I even had to write it down. I said that I was going to do better at checking my email. So I'll make sure to do that a little more often than what I do. Yes. Just a little chat. A little chatty poo. A little chatty poo. A little something, something. Wanted to come on and talk to everybody. Get some things off my chest. And, you know, move forward. Especially looking at the behavior online. It's yeah, Jared, I'm okay. I promise I am. But that was so sweet. That made me smile just for asking. I'm okay, baby. I actually feel really, really good. So yeah. And I was listening to India Ari. But I was just looking at like the behavior, just coming in. I was like looking at the behavior online of people and it just made me say like, wow, people are really, really seriously using social media irresponsibly. And it bothered me. It just, you know what I'm saying? It bothered me to where I felt like I just needed to talk about it. We got to release. So this is one of my outlets. It's about to be 5 today because I'm supposed to be changing out AC filters now. Jen, don't get in trouble. Better change that filter. Change that filter. I'll keep this one up, I promise. So you can replay it. It was just me shooting the ish, that's all. But yeah, I saw that certain behaviors and I was just like, oh gosh, people are so irresponsible with social media. It's not even funny. You're responsible for what you put out now, what you say, how it affects others and all of that. And I just see people time and time again, they're just being irresponsible in that magnitude and that light. And it irritates me. Where a part of me wants to say, "Are you okay?" And then like that other Gemini wants to say like, "Bit." So I struggle with that. Yakima, love and light. Hey, Chatty, I had to pull my phone up to say hi. I be watching you on my TV. Oh, don't watch me on the TV. I know my face all big. Don't do that. Don't blow me up. But I appreciate you, Tay. I do. Right. Jen over there hiding. Don't do that. But yeah, that was it, y'all. That was it. That was all. I was just getting irritated by people using things so irresponsibly and then was getting irritated with my own self for having an ounce of empathy for people that are wicked, just wicked to the core, child, just inside out wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Jim, my Lux, my Jim, I promise you. I promise you. Internally, ooh, you don't know if you want to hug them because they need it or punch them in the gut. One of the two. Rainbow or the storm. Just saying. All right. I have made it. I set my buzzer. I made it an hour. I really just wanted to chat with y'all. I appreciate it. And it was so hard. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. I depend on my sisters and others so much. I'm doing better, but it's not easy. Like talking by myself. Like, oh, this is new. When I do it for my podcast, it's different because I don't have to interact with anyone. I literally just record and upload. But this is a little intimidating. So, like, I depend on my crutches, my sisters. So, every now and then I try to just do a little bit better. So, I am letting y'all in on an insecurity of mine. So there you have it. Run tell everybody, child. But I just wanted to rock with y'all for a minute. I will keep this live up. Hopefully, if anything, to someone who's listening that may need to hear it, start using social media responsibly. I think you've done so irresponsibly enough. And it's time to do better. And I also think it's time to get help, sis. Just saying. So, later, chatters. Thank you, Christine. You guys are amazing. Thanks for rocking with me unplanned. And till next time. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you, bro. Coming from you tremendously. Love and light, chatters. Love and light.